Welcome back to Daily AI News at Let's Data Science. It's 2026, zo 722. Today, we're diving into some pivotal developments, from the future of machine intelligence to major product launches. Let's get to it. We begin with a developer-focused update from Anthropic. Claude Code Desktop on macOS has added a public beta iOS simulator pane, giving developers a much tighter build and test workflow for mobile applications. Instead of switching between coding tools and Apple's simulator, developers can keep the simulator visible alongside their conversation with Claude while the assistant builds, launches, inspects, and interacts with simulated iPhones and iPads. The feature requires Claude Desktop version 1.24012.0 or later, Xcode with the iOS platform installed, and a Pro, Max, or Team subscription. Importantly, this works only with local Claude Code Desktop sessions and controls Apple's simulator directly rather than using the broader computer use capability. That means it does not require macOS accessibility or screen recording permissions normally associated with screen control. There are practical limitations worth noting. The integration works only with simulated devices, not physical iPhones or iPads. So developers still need real hardware for testing sensors, performance, push notifications, and other hardware-dependent behavior. Anthropic also states that screenshots taken from the simulator are sent to Anthropic and retained under normal conversation retention policies. As a result, the company recommends avoiding real user accounts in Claude-controlled simulators and instead relying on synthetic data, mock credentials, and isolated testing environments. For mobile engineering teams, the update shortens the feedback loop between code generation and runtime validation while reinforcing the need for secure development practices. Our next story comes from cybersecurity, where researchers are highlighting a sophisticated recruitment-themed campaign targeting cryptocurrency and Web3 professionals. According to Socradar's Threat Research Unit, the ClickFake interview campaign is attributed to the North Korean-aligned group Famous Chilima, also known as WageMole. Rather than relying on conventional phishing emails, attackers reportedly impersonate recruiters on platforms including LinkedIn, Telegram, Discord, X, and email. Victims are directed through convincing interview and skills assessment websites before being instructed to execute terminal commands disguised as camera driver updates. This reflects the ClickFix social engineering technique, where users voluntarily run commands that install malware. Reporting indicates the campaign deploys the Windows-based Pylang Ghost remote access Trojan and the macOS-focused Golang Ghost. Those tools are reported to target browser credentials, cookies, cryptocurrency wallet extensions such as MetaMask and Phantom, and password managers including 1Password and NordPass. For security teams, the lesson extends beyond this single campaign. Browser-to-terminal activity during hiring processes, support sessions, or verification workflows deserves careful monitoring. Organizations handling privileged financial credentials may also benefit from phishing-resistant multi-factor authentication, stricter browser extension policies, and recruiter verification procedures before candidates download software or execute shell commands. Another important story today centers on AI safety and an ongoing criminal investigation in India. Bengaluru police allege that Kenneth Arun Kumar used Google's Gemini over a period of roughly 6 months while planning the June 22nd killings of 3 members of his partner's family. Kumar and his partner, Shweta, have both been arrested, and the case remains under investigation. According to reporting from the Indian Express, India Today, and the Times of India, investigators believe searches covered topics including attacking people, removing bloodstains, moving bodies, and whether a furnace intended for a business venture could be repurposed. Police have reportedly requested interaction records from Google's AI service as part of their investigation. Several important points remain unresolved. The underlying chatbot conversations have not been made public. There is no public forensic report confirming the reported interactions, and there has been no court determination regarding the role of Gemini in the alleged crimes. The reporting, therefore, does not establish that the chatbot caused the offense or provided decisive instructions. Instead, the case raises broader questions for AI developers about detecting harmful intent across long-running conversations, determining escalation thresholds, and handling interaction records within legal and privacy frameworks. Rounding out our top stories, Weka has announced Neural Mesh 6, a major update to its AI infrastructure platform aimed at production-scale training and inference. General availability is planned for the second half of 2026. The release introduces native multi-tenancy, unified file, and S3 access to the same NVMe resident data, metadata first replication, always-on data reduction, Kubernetes lifecycle management, and multi-cluster observability through Neural Mesh Observe. One of the headline features is persistent KV cache acceleration through Weka's augmented memory grid. The company reports benchmark results showing 10 times higher token throughput, 10 times more concurrent users, and 7 times more tokens per GPU on Oracle Cloud Infrastructure H100 systems compared with DRAM-based alternatives. However, the published materials do not include sufficient benchmark methodology to independently reproduce those results, so organizations evaluating the platform should treat them as vendor-reported claims and validate performance against their own inference workloads. Now, for a few other key updates in our lightning round. SkyPilot has emerged from stealth with $20 million in seed funding led by Lux Capital. Built on the UC Berkeley-originated open-source SkyPilot project, the company is launching a managed platform for orchestrating AI workloads across multiple clouds, Kubernetes clusters, and different accelerator types. Participating investors include Amplify Partners, Coatue Management, Foundation Capital, Race Capital, and the House Fund. Bank of America has added generative AI capabilities to Erica Assist, its employee-facing support platform used by more than 18,000 customer service representatives. The bank says the system delivers contextual guidance in under 3 seconds and has reduced average call times by nearly 1 minute, while employees remain responsible for final client decisions. Researchers at the University of Nebraska-Lincoln have updated the mechanistic preprint, describing a reviewer-supervised multi-agent system that combines language models with executable genome-scale metabolic modeling. The work generated computational drug hypotheses for rheumatoid arthritis and multiple sclerosis, but the findings remain preprint research rather than clinical validation. LS Electric and LG Uplus have signed an agreement to jointly develop and test 800-volt direct current power infrastructure for AI data centers targeting NVIDIA's Vera Rubin platform. The effort focuses on proof-of-concept testing and potential standardization rather than production deployment. Australia has outlined 5 AI consumer safety priorities covering a digital duty of care, privacy reform, workplace AI safety, consumer protection, and automated decision-making in federal agencies. These are policy directions rather than immediate legal obligations, with implementation expected through separate legislative and regulatory processes. Finally, a peer-reviewed study in the International Review of Economics and Finance reports strong fraud detection results for Tabnet on a Kaggle dataset of Indian banking transactions, achieving a reported AROC AUC of 0.9739 under threefold cross-validation. While encouraging, the authors note that the results do not establish equivalent performance on live banking systems. And that's your AI briefing for today. The landscape is moving faster than ever, and we'll be here to track it with you. For more insights, visit us at letsdatascience.com. Thanks for tuning in, stay curious, and we'll be back tomorrow with the latest in AI.